We're joining you from the Cadillac Boulevard area of Detroit, a section of the city where people really do take care of their homes. Most people, that is. Take a look at this abandoned shack behind me. For 3 years, it was on the city's list of most dangerous buildings, slated to be destroyed this past fall. And then something happened, something neighbors still can't believe. On a hot, sticky Friday afternoon, 33-year-old Eric Nielsen scrapes paint off of the window frames of his beautiful Detroit home. You see, Eric and his pregnant wife, Kelty, are do-it-yourselfers and are amongst a group of almost 30 young Christian families who've recently moved into Detroit in an effort to try and breathe new life into the city.
We saw so many people moving out, we saw the abandonment, and we thought, you know what, God hasn't forgotten the city. We need to be a part of reminding people that God still cares.
In the 4 years since Kelty and Eric moved to the Cadillac Boulevard section of Detroit, they've turned their modest little home into a showplace. But right next door sits one giant eyesore.
I've talked to all my neighbors and no one has seen anybody in it or around it for 10 years. And so it's basically been abandoned.
Definitely worry about it getting burned down and the potential of that harming our house. Our baby's room is right. You look out the window and see the abandoned house.
Surrounded by tall grasses too high to even see over, this abandoned house at 2644 Cadillac is literally falling apart. And on the inside, it's downright dangerous, with holes everywhere, the floor falling in, paint peeling, water, and mold.
We would love to see 2644 Cadillac gone.
The house was supposed to be demolished this past November, but then magically, it was taken off of the dangerous buildings list in Detroit and suddenly appeared on the list of historic buildings. The Nielsens were stunned.
It's been put on some sort of historical list.
That house is a historical site in some way?
I have no idea what makes it different than the hundreds of other houses that have been torn down in my neighborhood, but that house is on a historical list now, and no one's been able to explain why.